sometimes you walk into the prep room, you look at your teammates, and all of you think, we have no idea what this motion is about. And that happens to me all the time, it happens to everyone I know. But if you follow these 3 steps, clarify, break down, and analogize, that will allow you to better understand what the motion is about. So the first step is about clarifying. And that's if there's a particular word you don't know, a particular term you might need explained. Often in a tournament, the Edge Corps is able to do a motion clarification. So if you go up to them and ask them what a word means, they'll define it for you. So that might help you better understand what the debate is about. The second part is breaking down the motion. And that has 2 parts. Often, you'll get an info slide that will explain more tricky words or some context behind the motion. And if you look at the info slide and think about how that relates to the motion, you're often able to understand what it is the Edge Corps is trying to get you to understand in the debate. The second part of breaking down is the motion itself. Often there might be quite a small part that you don't understand, but there are lots of parts you do understand. So look at those parts and think about how they relate to the part that you don't, and see if those 2 things can come together to give you a better understanding of the debate. The final part is analogize. This has 2 parts. The first part is that judges are often setting motions based on things that you will have experienced or that you will have read about in the news. So think about your own personal experiences and if there's something that relates to the motion, or if you're someone who reads the news, have a think about what news stories you've recently read and how that might relate to things. The other part of analogize is thinking about past debates you've done. So for example, you might have done a debate which had similar mechanisms or was a slightly similar topic. And so you can think about that debate and think, does it relate to the one that I have there? I'm going to give you an example now so you see how the process works. So recently, I had a debate which is about breaking up the big 3 cocoa businesses in the world, which do all of the production and manufacturing of cocoa products. And when I got that motion, I had no idea what that business was about, and I wasn't really sure what the debate was about. So I followed the process. I started by clarifying. I thought I understood all of the words in the motion, so I probably didn't need to get a motion clarification. Then I broke down the motion. I read the info slide a couple of times and I underlined the parts that really made sense to me, and that allowed me to have more of an understanding of what the debate was about and what these companies might look like. Thirdly, I analogized. I thought about a news article that I'd read recently about media companies and how they might have a monopoly over their industry. And I also thought about a debate that I'd done in the past about breaking up Disney, and I thought about how that might relate. And given that, I was able to come up with a bunch of arguments that I wouldn't have previously. So, if you follow these 3 steps, you'll easily be able to work out what the motion is about, and then you'll be able to go out and have a great debate. Good luck.